Hey guys, Nick Topping here, Vice President of Chattanooga Tractor and Equipment, Chattanooga's only local family-owned and operated equipment dealership for 50 years. What I have for you here today is the new Holland C345 compact track loader. The new 300 series is an update from the old 200 series compact track loaders that were being offered from New Holland. They took some of the customer feedback and some of the concerns and product issues that we had with the 200 series. They've greatly improved this new 300 series. On the old 200 series, we had some problems with the electrical wiring harnesses rubbing and chafing and giving us some electrical concerns on there. The 300 series, they've completely changed their suppliers of all of their wiring harnesses and connectors, and they've quadruple wrapped all of those in a protective loom. And they've also secured them where none of them can touch each other and rub each other. Along with that, they've also integrated an 8-inch LED touchscreen instrument panel that's got all kinds of features, maintenance tracking, job time tracking, all of your gauges and all of that stuff is in there. So yeah, they've done a good job adding to some of those things that we were really needing in this product lineup. When most people talk about skid steers and compact track loaders, the first thing on their mind is usually, you know, how much dirt do I need to move, or what am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish at this particular job? One of the most important things that I usually try to think about is the geometry and physics associated with how the machine operates. And New Holland has absolutely mastered that. New Holland, believe it or not, was actually the first skid steer loader ever to incorporate the vertical lift system. They refer to it as the super boom. And basically it's just the way that the linkage here is designed. These heavy duty brackets and their location and where they pivot, you can see that it's got this sleek main boom system here. Just about every other track loader on the market is going to have a huge pivot tower back here where the pivot point is. So you can see the pivot point's much lower down here. Competitors are going to have that lift tower, and that pivot point is going to be way up here. So basically that's going to inhibit the visibility that the operator has out of the back of the machine. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a skid steer on the market that gives you the visibility that this machine has. I mean, this is the H bracket that I'm actually referring to here. This is the H bracket on the back. This is what gives us the good visibility and what really makes it a super boom. But I mean, you can see straight through that cab at any angle. I mean, you can't beat it. Another thing that that we get with the super boom skid steer loader, you can see that the threshold of this cab's only 80 inches high. So if you're a chicken farmer or if you're a home builder and you've got to get into garages or get into chicken houses, this is going to be a great machine for you to do that. But again, going back to the physics and the geometry aspect of this, having this lower threshold cab is going to mean this machine's got a much lower center of gravity than any machine on the market. So when you combine the lift geometry of the super boom and the low center of gravity of the entire machine, what you're going to get is the best lift capacity on the market for this machine class and the best dump reach of any machine on the market. And here in a minute we'll start this thing up and I'll show you the exact lift path, but it gives you the best stability and performance versus any other machine just because of the way this thing is balanced. And particularly when we start talking about radial lift machines, completely different system than this vertical lift. But on a radial lift machine with your bucket, when you're at ground level and as you raise that bucket up, that bucket is going out in front of the machine instead of coming straight up. And again, that's affecting your center of gravity and your stability and your balance of the machine. New Holland has just done a fantastic job perfecting the vertical lift system. We'll get this thing, I'll take this thing up to full height and you can kind of get a real feel for the lift path on this machine. So you can see how the loader boom maintained the width of the machine. You didn't see that bucket go out in front of the machine. I mean, this thing will dump into a tandem axle dump truck, no problem at all. It's just a great machine, heavy duty built, 2-year full coverage warranty. The 345, this is the bigger machine that we offer here. This is a 95 gross horsepower engine, weighing a little over 10,000 pounds. This thing can be had for around $70,000, which is a very competitive price compared to some of our other manufacturers in the marketplace for sure. And you know, we've got smaller machines in the 74 horsepower range. It can be purchased for you know, in the mid $40,000 ranges. So come by and see us today. If you're in the construction business, New Holland makes a great machine that'll help you get the job done.